early as fuck, I'm up before the sun. Coffee in my cup, charts loading one by one. Ain't no time to waste, got my system down. Trading's what I do, about to get this crown. Screens all lit up, candles red and green. This my morning shit, know just what I mean. Sipping slow and steady, while I check the trends. Mad focus now, this is how my day begins. Charts and coffee got me in my groove. This my daily move, yeah, I got something to prove. Charts and coffee got me feeling smooth. This my daily truth, yeah, I know just what to do. Fuck the formal trading, that ain't how I roll. Take my time analyzing, that's how I get gold. Coffee getting cold, but I'm locked right in. Watching patterns form, know just where to begin. This ain't rocket science, just my daily grind. Same shit, different day, but I'm doing fine. Got my setup perfect, got my mind just right. About to make these moves, gonna do this shit all night. Yeah. Sipping and trading, trading and sipping. Got my momentum, ain't no way I'm slipping. And patterns, patterns and flows. This is my rhythm, everybody knows. Charts and coffee got me in my groove. This my daily move, yeah, I got something to prove. Charts and coffee got me feeling smooth. This my daily truth, yeah, I know just what to do. Money moves, Dale, this shit feel from home. I can get cold, but I'm still in the zone. Making money move, yeah, this shit feels like home. Fuck sleep, I got my morning mapped, while these other bitches still trapped in the naps. Quiet house, screens lit up bright, my setup perfect, everything's right. First sip hits, mind gets clear, another day to fucking dominate here. Watch the numbers dance and slide, while my coffee keeps me certified. Charts and coffee started right, yeah. Focus tight, mind in flight, mind in flight. Charts and coffee make it flow, yeah. That's the rhythm that I know. Second cup, now I'm in the zone. All these patterns speaking in code. They don't know about this morning grind, being sharp when others fall behind. Fuck that FOMO, I stay composed. Years of practice, that's how it goes. Every move calculated clean, this ain't luck, you know what I mean. Early bird gets the fucking win, that's why I'm here where I've always been. Discipline hits different when it's dark, that's what sets the real one me. Early bird gets the fucking win, that's why I'm here where I've always been. Discipline hits different when it's dark, that's what sets the real ones apart. Their cup's cold, but I don't care. These indicators showing me where to place it perfect, time is sweet, while amateurs still catch disease. This game ain't for the weak or slow, gotta be ready when it's time to go. Morning ritual got me trained, others sleep while I maintain. Charts and coffee one more time, yeah. This rhythm's yours and this rhythm's mine, this rhythm's mine. hours hit me with a different kind of peace. While the world's still quiet, I find my release. Just me and these numbers dancing slow, building patterns in my mind as I go. Something special about this morning and way before the day is time to care. And I keep asking myself as the minutes tick by, and I keep wondering why every morning feels so right. What's brewing in my coffee or my mind? What's brewing leaving yesterday behind? What's brewing in this cup of time? What's brewing as these thoughts align? You asked me once why I rise before the sun. Said I'm chasing something that can't be outrun. It's not about the money or the gain, it's about finding clarity when things ain't the same. Each morning ritual brings me closer to truth. Like watching steam rise, I'm finding proof that patience builds more than just a perfect cup. It's teaching me when to hold, when to give up. What's brewing in my coffee or my mind? What's brewing leaving yesterday behind? What's brewing in this cup of time? What's brewing with these thoughts alive? Sometimes I wish you could see this morning meditation with me, where everything makes sense before the world gets intense.
Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. How is everyone today? Hey, when I don't think there's many people here, honestly, I'm going to call out trades, but I should have your help. My NinjaTrader won't open. I guess I'm going to reinstall it, but it wouldn't open this morning. I set the live stream up first. If this makes sense, basically what I do is I set the live stream up, and then I go to my trading view in NinjaTrader, and I put them... Oh, yours won't connect. Okay, so it's a Ninja problem. Good. I mean, not good, but not good because I don't want you not to have your Ninja. But I'm glad it's not only me. I thought I thought something had happened. I should try mobile. Hold on one second. Let me try mobile then. It's not good that yours doesn't work, but I'm glad that it's not just me. Mine opens just won't connect. So mine won't even open. It just, you know how you do the, well, I do connect with Google. I don't know if you do the same thing, but basically what I do is I pull it up and I do connect with Google, and then it'll go to my Google and ask which one I want to connect with. And then it just spins. Well, it doesn't spin, but the NinjaTrader thing just comes across the screen and builds the in. You know what I mean? That's all it does. It will do nothing else. Oh, it is very odd. I don't understand why I can't get this to work either. Come on, mate. What's going on? Okay, we are having fun now. Mine may just be my computer. I hope I don't need to restart. There it is, finally. Moly. Alright. Dang, there we go. Okay. So, I have no Ninja, so if well, I don't even know what it'll look like. see here. I assume it'll just get a blue screen. Oh, it's just black. Okay. Black over there. Alright, so that's all I got, guys. We've got no Ninja today. Let me look at the mobile real quick, though, because mobile Ninja I had working pretty well. Let's see if it... Yeah, mobile's fine. Mobile Ninja's working. Werner, can you... are you with a company that has Trade-Evade or no? Do you have a company that also has Trade-Evade? Forget, I know you're with... Are you with Bolinox? I know you've been through a few companies, but I think you're with Bolinox. Login error. Huh. Yeah, is it the Trade-Evade or is it not? Probably kick this out too. I sure hope not. Yeah, that's horrible. I sure hope not. My Ninja won't open on the computer, but I assume it's a app issue, but I don't know. It could be Rhythmic because my Trade-Evade connection's working on the mobile, but that doesn't mean that my Rhythmic connection's working. You can't do Rhythmic on mobile, so it could be a Rhythmic problem, and I'm assuming that your Bolinox is probably Rhythmic. If not, then obviously it could be different, but so if you're with Rhythmic, it could be a Rhythmic issue, but if you're with Trade-Evade, I'd imagine it should honestly work. I don't know. Rhythmic, yeah. Yeah. See, I found something out, and I never knew this before, but if you go with Trade-Evade, you can do mobile too, which is pretty neat. So I have mobile in T8, so I can sign into my, because I've got a MFFU account and it's Trade-Evade, and I can sign into that on my mobile and run NinjaTrader on the mobile. So it's super nice. For those that are on the go and want to do it. I've actually traded on there a couple times and it has not been bad. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as you would think. I do, however, have a, you know, Android bigger screen phone with a stylus. Okay, Werner. See you in a little bit. Let's do this. Let's do this TA, guys. I haven't even got this done yet. Just like steam rising up warm. Let it brew just like your morning cup. Take your time. Watch it flow, don't rush to drink it up. Again, I'm going to call out trades today, guys. I will not be taking them because my NinjaTrader is not working. Is anybody else out there have a NinjaTrader and is their NinjaTrader working? Anybody else? Is anybody that's listening now have NinjaTrader? picked it.
Wisdom comes in drops, like coffee through the filter, finding patience at the top.
Even anybody out there watching, I'm here all by myself.
Catch every wave, but the ones who last the longest know just when to stay away. So here's my morning lesson as I pour this cup for you. The market gives its gifts to those who know just what to do. Like coffee needs its moments for the flavors to extract. Your trades need proper timing before you plan to act. Let it brew just like your morning cup. Just like your morning cup. Take your time, watch it flow, don't rush to drink it up. Don't rush to drink it up. Wisdom comes in drops, like coffee through the filter, finding patience at the top. Just up before the rest of the block, nah. Just me and my laptop. Tick-tock, haven't even brushed my teeth yet, but these charts ain't gonna read themselves, I bet. Watch the steam rise, study every line. Same way I read these charts all the time. Coffee in my system, mind getting clear. That's how we make these moves round here. That's how we do. Red candles flash on my screen while I'm sipping something mean. Used to play it fast and lose, now wait for confirmation. That's the truth. Got a system, got a plan, more trading like a rookie. Understand, numbers dancing, but stay cool, cause panic selling's for a fool. Some days green, some days red. Gotta keep a level head. Deep breath in, let it flow. This ain't no casino, yo. This is chestnut checkers, fam. Gotta think before you slam. Markets opening in 5. Feel my focus come alive. Charts tell stories if you know how to read between the highs and lows. Been at this since way back when. Now I'm teaching you, my friend. This ain't luck, this ain't chance. This is morning market dance. Watch the steam rise, study every line. Every single morning, we do this right. Coffee in my system, mind getting clear. It's the only way we move from here.
All right, welcome back, man. I don't think there's anybody else here, not gonna lie. Ask everybody else if they had any problem with their ninja. Nobody replied. I think it's just me and you. Today is Paul's yoga day. Oh, they said it's fixed now. Okay, well that's good. Oh, I guess that means, though, Werner, that my NT problem must not... Well, let me try to pull it up again. Okay, so it comes up with the Ninja Trader screen. I'll just go through this with you because you understand it. And what I do is I push sign in with Google. Then the authorized screen comes up, and it choose an account, and I obviously choose my account. And then it spins around. One moment, please. And then did you hear that? I don't know if you could hear it from your side, but then it goes ding. And now the in just keeps building on the screen. And I let it sit there for a very long time before. And it did nothing. So what I do is I go to the task manager. I just end the process because I've got no way to close it. I've got no way to do anything. I just click on it and end the process because it won't, I can't do anything else with it. Can I even do that now? Oh, right click. Okay, yeah. And click it and end the process. In the task manager, yeah, that's how I'm closing it. In the task manager, I hit expand like you told me one time. There's nothing there. So it's in task manager, yeah, but there's nothing like it. Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I don't know. I'm going to stop speaking. I'm going to let you tell me because normally what happens is I say a whole bunch of stuff that means absolutely nothing and you actually have a fix.
I can't say what that fix might be, but...
Hey, Crown. How's it going, man?
How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Okay, so if it wants to load, but not getting all the parts loaded, it could be a corruption of the software. Okay, so I need to uninstall and reinstall, right? That's what I plan to do. I just can't do it until after the stream, obviously. Werner says hello, Crown.
Good morning, Werner. How's it going? Well, it's fine, Crown. I'm just watching the fact that we have alien meteorite with tentacles that stick out of it now. Say what? Yeah, dude, there's this crazy-ass rock that fell out of the sky, and apparently it's got these weird, you know, icky, slimy tentacle things that are coming out of it.
What?
Dude,
what are you talking?
That sounds crazy as shit.
Are you talking for real, or are you just having a conversation with yourself? Is that really happened?
Yeah, apparently there is a Daily Mail Science that says mysterious tentacles emerging from a meteorite spark frenzied reaction. An alien growing?
Werner says, haha, I'm here, breathing and walking. That's about it. No, this is funny, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go to my DM real quick. Okay? And I'm going to go over a conversation that I just had.
Wasn't with me. I wasn't here.
No. It's with Sonny. Sonny, if you're out there, I'm giving out our conversation right now. No, this is funny. Hold on. Sonny says, what do you think? Hold on. He says, what do you think will be the narrative? That's what he says. And then he said, I said, good morning. He says, why will the markets tank? Fear of recession or something new? I said, aliens. He says, half joke. I said, true. He says, I just wonder, I like the aliens narrative, but isn't it a bit, aggressive? Way too much? I said, maybe. What isn't aggressive these days? So it's just funny that we just had that conversation this morning, and here you come in talking about aliens. Crown, I'm sorry. It's just funny to me.
I mean, if I look it up and I get the screenshot, I'll drop it in chat. Because
yeah. I hadn't heard about it. I thought you were just on about something, just having a conversation. I didn't know you were being serious about that. Oh my! I mean,
half the time I am actually being serious, even if I make it sound like I'm crazy. I'm still partially being serious about it. It's like
fair.
It's like you can hide a truth in a joke and hide, the other stuff. So it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. So, do you have your Ninja Trader working, Crown, or no? Or are you even messing with it?
I have not been messing with it. I have been observing, trying not to go and get my head, wrecked. I'm still having issues with my strategy, and it's like I see the levels, and sometimes they play and sometimes they don't. And when they play, it's like, dear God, that was like $3,000. But whatever's. What was I looking for? Meaty or right with tentacles.
That's crazy. Warner, so am I right in the fact that I should just uninstall the Ninja and reinstall it after the stream, and that should do me good then, or no? Does that sound right? Am I tackling it the wrong way? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that I was doing that right. That's what my thought process was. I was just going to uninstall it once the stream was over. I just never know, because I start the stream first and get OBS and everything going, and then I pull up TradingView and Ninja Trader. So I had no idea that it wasn't going to work until after the stream was already running, and I hated just to end the stream. I mean, I've got mobile and I'll call the trades. I guess nobody really cares, Ninja itself, unless Paul gets here and says, can I see your 800? And I have to say, not today, Paul. I'm sorry. I can't show you that today. My mom told me I can't show you that anymore.
That's messed up.
Well, unless you know for a fact what the problem is. No, I have no idea what the problem is. Yeah. Well, I mean,
like your mom all of a sudden hating on Paul.
I could say Crown told me I can't, but I thought that would sound weird.
He'd probably believe that, though.
That's fair. So, are you guys ready for a story? I don't know how many of you were here yesterday during the FOMC, but we were trying to trade FOMC. Just like I said, we'd come back. Warner, I don't know if you were here or not for FOMC. Crown, I don't know if you were, but either way, I'm talking back and forth with Crown. I mean, I'm talking back and forth with Paul. Sorry, and we're working through FOMC, calling trades, and then I just disappear. And I'm sure Paul was like, "What in the world was going on?" I got a call from my neighbor, and here's how the whole story starts. My neighbors are brothers. You guys know this already. One of them's like almost 80. One of them's almost 70. They're 6 years apart, so like 76 and almost 70 or something, right? In November, they actually both have the same birthday, which is crazy. They're 6 years apart and have the exact same birthday. Craziest thing I ever seen. But anyway, one of them, the younger brother, had his car fixed. They had a evaporator problem with his AC. So the older brother was supposed to take him to the mechanic to pick up his car. All right. Well, the younger brother calls me and says the older brother, for all you guys that have kept up with this thing, the older brother was the one who had the car accident here. I think it was a month or so ago where I had to go and help him because his car got rear-ended and everything else. So he's in the Lowman, I think they call, I don't know. He's in the law office. He's in the law office, right, to go and sign papers on this whole car accident, right? While being in there, he falls. So he fell over in the attorney's office. They call the ambulance to come pick him up. So the younger brother calls me, said my brother fell. I can't get anybody to bring me to go get my car. I have to pick my car up. He's going to the hospital. He wants you to come to the hospital. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then the older brother calls me. He's wheezing in pain, all these things, right? So I leave, go take the younger brother to pick his car up, go to the hospital after that, and then I finally had a chance to text Paul back because he was in live trading, and I said, I had to leave. I said, I'm not being able to trade or anything. I have to leave during, old age is not for kids. You're exactly right, Werner. And this is where the story gets even crazier. You can think about this as a fall, right? He's 70. Well, he's going to be 76 in November, I guess. Must be what it is, I imagine. Because I know the younger brother said he was turning 70 is what he told me in November. So the older one must be 76. Here's what happened. Hey, man of the woods. Here's what happened. He fell in this law office and he fractured a rib, and the rib punctured his lung. And he got, I had to look at the wife, a pneumothorax. The wife keeps all this stuff. I can't remember any of this stuff. So essentially what that means, I guess, is the lung leaked out into his chest. And since it leaked out into his chest, then it partially collapsed the lung because of the air that was in there. So they had him on oxygen, they have him on morphine, they're doing all these things. So last night I had to bring his car from the law office back to the hospital, get him clothes, all these great things. So it was quite the thing. So finally the market's moving. I don't know if anybody was watching FOMC, but market was moving very nicely. Very perfect time to trade. And I had to leave. Seems like about the thing nowadays, guys.
Oh, that was just everybody else is not supposed to make money. Reality could just come back and press a button, and now all of a sudden he makes money. He don't need FOMC.
Well, I got to tell you, now my Ninja Trader's not working, so I can't even trade. Well, not completely true. I've got it pulled up on mobile right now, so I can trade if I need to.
I mean, for you, it's just a button. You just need the button. That's it. It's like, I don't need the chart. I don't need to see the candles. I just need the button.
Well, I don't know if anybody else noticed or not, but it sure seemed like, maybe I'm wrong. Man of the woods, you tell me, because you keep up with the charts a lot. It seemed like as soon as I left, when I was sick out for them 2 weeks, that the market was moving great. And I traded it while I was gone, don't get me wrong, but I was only trading New York Open and the algo. That was it. That was the only thing I was trading first thing in the morning. But I got to tell you, I swear, it seemed like the market was moving so much better once I was gone than it was the whole time I was here. I was like, you have to be kidding me. I have two old people. Dad is 93. Mom is 82. Yep, exactly. Yep. And that's the thing. And they depend on me a lot. I've known these guys for a lot of years. And it's just one of those things. And I mean, they're I call them neighbors. They're friends, guys. But I mean, I call them the neighbors because that lets you guys understand who they are. But yeah, for sure. Serious tentacles emerging from meteorites. Oh, wow. No way. Reality leaves and they were all-time highs every day. Yep. Yep, Warner. That was the thing. I had to help him. I had to help him get his pants off and into shorts. I mean, not to where I had to do the whole, bathe thing, but he couldn't. His ribs are all messed up, so he was trying to get into night shorts so that he could stay at the hospital. So it was a mess. Not that I had to do nothing like that because he's got boxers on, but you know what I'm saying. Still the thing. I mean. That is crazy, Crown. Absolutely crazy.
I mean, we're venturing into some weird shit all of a sudden.
Yep,
the market's going crazy because you're no longer around. You got your friends having that you're going to try and rush off to right when FOMC is going on and aliens are invading. Tough times ahead, man. Tough times ahead. I don't know how we're going to get through this. Oh, wait, no. You're a guy that actually firmly believes in 2A. You'll be fine. You got the cure for the aliens. That'd be funny now. Reality stream just got shut down.
Crazy.
Was it the 2A comment?
No. I'm here. What's that? Are you talking about emotional support tools? Yep, that's what he's talking about. I don't know if those work on aliens, I gotta tell you. I don't know if it works that way or not. I don't know.
I mean, you know what? First line of defense, that's what you're trying. After that, we'll figure out if it's like, spray Windex or some shit.
Yeah, see, that would probably make more sense. Windex.
Like,
and then see, hear no evil. Man, what's that? Probably be like pest repellent or something. May work better. Who knows? Who knows?
It's completely possible. I was just looking at that and I was like, what we got going on now? Aliens with tentacles?
Absolute madness. That's all I can tell you. Absolutely.
I was like, just when I thought I was going to make enough money to retire, the aliens invaded.
Well, maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're not mean.
I mean, shit.
Yes.
I
agree with you. If you can locate the brain, you should be able to use the support tools. Yep. To support the brain.
I mean, hold up. Just out of curiosity, can you look at those pictures and tell me where the brain would be located? Because
I mean, at least it's little enough that,
I mean, blowtorch or flamethrower if it's small. When it gets to be something close to my size, emotional support and
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why the dude stuck it in a safe though. That's the part that's bugging me out. Like, why'd you stick it in the safe?
Scientists claim life on Earth was not random but engineered. Huh. That's what your next story headline said on that thing there. What?
I mean, yeah.
What do you read, Crown?
Anything to just make my imagination go crazy. And then I'm just like, ooh, fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more entertaining than hearing, oh yeah, we're pissed off at this person because their religion doesn't match our religion or some dumb shit. And it's like, dude, really?
Venom 4. Hey, Sonny's not in here, but yeah.
I mean, it kind of does lean towards that whole symbiote Venom BS going on, but yeah. I just don't want that shit to do the whole anal probe thing, because that's going to get a little weird for me.
Gotta be honest with you. And you give me your thoughts. The wife took a look at that picture, the first one. The first thing she said to me, it looks like somebody spray painted a potato.
Yep.
That is legit. That really looks like silver spray paint on a potato.
Yep. And then if you look at the other pictures after that, it's just what? Potato getting rotten. Growing some kind of weird bacteria on it.
Yep.
I mean, it's completely plausible. And then they just take the picture and freak everybody out by saying some shit. But for shits and giggles and for fun, hey, we got aliens. But the potato reference is definitely legit.
Yeah. I didn't even look at it like that. I was like, well, they say it's a meteorite, right? So I guess it's gotta be.
Nope. It's a spray painted potato. I wonder if that shit's in the
exactly
comments
like a
for
spray
it.
painted potato to me.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to borrow that perceptionist. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go post in the comments now.
Yeah. Have at it.
Oh man. Gold took off and took a nice dump. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, once you see the potato, you can never unsee it. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it looks like. He pulled it up on the phone and looked at it, and I was like, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It definitely looks like a spray painted potato to me."
Yep, and everything that's happening to it afterwards is just what? They just decided to grow some stupid bacteria shit on it, and that's what they ended up with.
Yeah. Yeah, the move down. We've got no stop wicks. The move down. You're gonna see. You should have saw, right? We should have saw longs coming in. I wasn't paying enough attention to pay attention, but at the daily low and the weekly there, you probably would have saw some longs coming in, but I didn't really see. I didn't see how that built, but they're not winning. Let's put it that way. Had a wick to recover here. It looks like we got that one now. Oh, we already got that one. Okay.
Any chance of heading all the way down to 647-ish?
Yeah, my long came in. Not so hot. Oh, you went long? Oh, no, man of the woods. Yeah, that's a tough spot to long because you're long. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. But you're long at daily low and weekly open, which a lot of longs will probably come in there. Try to come in anyway. But I get it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. This right here would be your range, right? For that area. So it plays into that scenario too, because you had here that it stopped at. So I mean, it makes sense, but this cleaned that out kind of. The move up here kind of cleaned out that madness there, if you will, that range there to a degree. But where'd you ask if it would go down to? Crown?
I was wondering about 648, 647.
Plausible. It's not real clean, though, honestly. And you got this wick here. Next area that could recover to currently. These wicks down here, this 0.5 was already tapped. This one never was. Yeah, it never was. I could see that, but then your next would be this wick here, obviously. Continues to fall down. And I could see it kind of sweeping that area. Already been put on. This is probably all from rollover. Yeah. And I figured something out too, guys. We were talking yesterday. I wish Paul was here. Yeah, this will be our next tab here. Yesterday he was talking about Nas is also dropping. Usual counter most of the time, yeah. I don't even have it on my screen. Ugh. This finally filled. We called this yesterday during FOMC. For any of you that were there. Perfect gap fill. We called it about 2 minutes before it filled. Anyway, what was I about to say? Oh, you can do this. Warner probably already knew this. Okay, so you put your lines in for your rollover, right? Everybody's watching my screen, I hope. So here's your 3 lines. And then you go to your object tree. And then you create a folder, right? And now you put these 3 lines into that folder. 3. Okay, now you can take this folder. Oops, and name it, but that's not what I was trying to do. Anyway, you can take this folder, right? And once you click the folder, whether it's down or up, once you click the folder, so you've got all your drawings in the folder that you want to move for your change, now you just move them. So all your lines, you just move them up to where they would have been once it happened. Does that make sense?
No.
Are you watching?
Very uncomfortable. It's
no, it's perfect. So, and you can actually even change. I mean, you could just keep just like rather than having to, because he said all he want to do is change his daily levels. You can take and just change your your daily levels. Only put them in this group, so you don't have to put anything else in the group. Does that make sense? Yes, just group them and move the group. Yeah, Werner.
That's very inconvenient.
Photoshop on TradingView. What, you've never seen what's it called? Object tree? The object tree? This is where all your stuff is, so that you can keep it all together. But the beauty in it for the rollover is you can just move all this. So if all your stuff moved up like Nas did, all you'd have to do is pull it and move it up. Now you can move them separately too, but you click your group, now you can move all those things at one time, so you don't have to go through and move each line. So all you got to do is click whatever you call this folder. So I need to make sure that I tell Paul this, but you take the folder and you call the folder, daily opens, because I think that's what he wanted to move. I think it was daily open something, and then you always put that in that group, and then once rollover happens, you can just move them all together. You can delete them all together too, just like that. Oh, yeah, the object tree is nice, guys. I used to use the object tree a lot. Now I don't keep much on my chart anymore. So I don't do a lot of that. There was that bounce that we were just talking about right here. First bounce on that wick. We'll see what happens next. But yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. It makes sense. It does make sense, right, Crown?
No, it's super inconvenient.
Wow.
I mean, after the discussion we had the other day, you should understand you are being very, very inconvenient to a lot of us.
Man, oh man. I thought maybe that'd be easier than having to move everything. Paul gets real upset because he's got to move all of his TA one line at a time. Do you know what that is?
So
yeah,
you're just helping Paul here with this.
No,
okay.
everybody.
All right.
Everybody.
There's
Paul.
Hey. I'm not talking shit about you, Paul. Maybe a little shit. How are you?
Okay, so can you hear me now, Paul? You just missed it. I can't believe it. Can you hear me? Paul, can you hear me then? And can you see the screen or no? All good. Can you see my screen? I want to show you something. I learned something yesterday for you. Okay. And I want to tell you that, well, I didn't get to tell you that story, but look at this. So here's how you do it, right? You take this. Here's your line for your daily open. Your line for your daily open. Your line for your daily open. Right? Now you go to your object tree and you make a folder. Create a group of drawings. And you pull those 3 lines into your folder. Right? And now, once you click the folder, now you can move those So as long as you take your daily opens and you put them all together, right? And just call them daily open. Now, as soon as rollover happens, you can move them all together. So they'll stay all together now, as long as they're in a folder together. All you gotta do is click this folder over on your object tree, and now you can move all your TA. So if you got 100 lines here, then all 100 lines are in there, and you can move it as soon as rollover happens. You can just move it up to where it's supposed to be. Make sense? Hopefully.
It's pretty inconvenient.
No, he's not talking. Now I'm scared.
No,
okay.
tell
Happy days. Good.
It's inconvenient.
No, that's perfect though, because now he can move it all together. So that, yeah. Yeah. And there's also a way to just move it by numbers if you want. Displacement. So if you see what the price went up, you can just put it right here as well. Instead of having to drag it. I mean, it's completely up to you, but if the price goes up, say, however many, whatever it is, you can put it up that many just the same, rather than having to drag it. If you don't know exactly where to drag it to, that's completely up to you. You can just put it up that the price moved X amount, and you just put it right here, exactly what it moved up. It's under displacement. Does that make sense? Right up here, settings, displacement, and you can just push the number in and it'll move all of them up exactly the number that's went up. So like when Nasdaq jumped, right, and it went all the way up, let's say it went up 50, then you just put it up 50. Does that make sense? Hopefully. And my neighbor, Paul, since you're back, my neighbor, he ended up, it was such a disaster. He ended up falling at the law office. I mean, I know you remember when he got rear-ended, and I had to go there and help him with his car. Well, he was at the law office for that lawsuit, essentially, for the person who rear-ended him, and he fell in the law office. And he ended up fracturing a rib, puncturing a lung, and getting pneumothorax. I had to look at the wife again. I did this exact same thing last time. And what pneumothorax is the lung leaked into his chest, and since the air got into his chest, it partially collapsed his lung. So, well, the bad part about all of it is, I mean, he's got to stay in there first off, but he's going to have to take off work as well. But the bad thing about all of it was, Paul, and I know you weren't exactly in on it when I was sitting here trying to trade FOMC, but his brother, he was supposed to go pick his brother up and take his brother to go get his car at the mechanic shop. So his brother had his car at the mechanic shop and had no way to get anywhere. So I had to take his brother to the mechanic shop first so he could get his car, and then I went to the hospital from there. And then I went and got his car from the law office and went to his house, got him clothes, got him all these other things as well. So it was a long night. But it was a disaster. I just wanted to I kind of wanted to apologize to you, Paul, because we were sitting there talking, and then all of a sudden I was just gone. I know that's it seemed crazy, but I was just sitting there, and I got the call, and obviously had to go. But
he did not have to go. It was not that important.
Come on, yes, it is.
Oh, come on. I'm intentionally making myself sound ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah.
So you should be very upset with him, Paul.
I just felt bad because Paul and I were sitting here discussing back and forth, and we're watching the moves, and we're calling moves out, and we're doing all this, and then all of a sudden, I left, and I mean, I didn't think any of it. I just left, and I'm sitting in the hospital. I'm like, you know what? I was sitting there talking to Paul. I need to let him know what's going on. So
now you know how I feel, Paul, because that's something he would have done with me.
No, I don't intentionally do it. It's just you get a lot going on, sadly.
Is my mic working?
It is now.
We can hear you now.
Right. Jesus, what a day. That's terrible, real poor old
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Everything's
Well,
okay.
he's like I told like I was telling everybody, the younger brother said that he was turning 70 in November because they both have the same birthday. So that means that the older brother must be turning 76, I guess, because they're 6 years apart. But they've got the exact same birthday. It's the craziest thing in the world. But they are 6 years apart. So
My God. Oh, that was an unpleasant evening for everybody then.
yeah. I saw your trading went well though. You did well. I saw when I got back last night late that you were still in your trades and doing well. They played out well for you. That's good.
Yes, I do like days when the market's going crazy like that. Everybody's losing their mind. All you have to do is just simply sit back and just wait. I came back again after 11 for the Sydney Open, and I did something that I never do, which was trade the NQ. But within the first 5 minutes, watching the way the candles were building and the ranges that we had drawn up from yesterday, I mean, for the sake of 50 ticks, I mean, I wouldn't say 100% sure, but I was quite confident that she was going to reclaim most of it. So, I mean, I got $300 on 2 micros.
Very nice. Very nice.
Simply by sitting back, waiting. And like I said, but we've watched this stuff for some serious amount of time. The algo was disappointing, as expected. But
Yeah, I didn't even get to watch it. I'm glad you told me that. I never even got to see it, so I had no idea what it did.
It was disappointing, but the thing was, though, I had gotten that many trades up to that stage, and then I took 2 losses on the algo because I had forgot to set the actual Europe-specific ATM because I've been doing so well using just the 50 and the 150. But if I had used your algo, I would have got out basically break even with a couple of dollars. So again, I don't take it as a loss. I still take it as a very, 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 very successful day.
Yeah. And that trailing stop loss, we can. Oh well, I can't show you now. It's not hard to set up. You were talking to Jashim about that. It's super easy to set up the trailing stop loss. I can go over it with you. I just can't show you right now. My my Ninja is not opening, so I have to uninstall it and reinstall it. For some reason, there's something wrong. Warner said it's probably a software issue, and the problem is I don't think I can uninstall it and reinstall it while being on stream, and I didn't know it didn't work until after I'd already got the stream going. So I'll do that once I get off stream. But
no worries.
But it's pretty easy.
Like
You just go into the ATM, and over there where it says, configure or whatever to set up an ATM, you can put a stop.
Yeah.
It'll say stop strategy, and you just put a stop strategy. You just add that to your second contract, and then put whatever you want it to trail. You can do a trailing, and whatever you want it to trail behind, whether it's 10 ticks, 20 ticks, 50 ticks, whatever you want it to trail behind price, you just set it there, and every time the price goes up that much, it'll just drag your stop loss up. So it's super simple to set. So like if the price goes, it hits TP1 and then it goes 50 ticks, that'll be where your trigger starts. So if it goes 50 ticks into profit, you trigger it to where it's 50 ticks below, and then every time it goes up, it'll always stay 50 ticks away. So as long as price is going up and it never comes back 50 ticks, it'll never hit the stop. It just continues to move up. And you have to figure out what you want to set that at, like, you know what I mean? How far you want it away, because obviously the further it is away, the less chance it has to get hit. But, the flip side of that, the further it is away, the more you give back once it comes back as well.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't really think that I'm ever going to be having wild great use for a trailing stop loss. It only happens once or twice, maybe every couple of months that you get those opportunities. Normally, I'm like you, Reality. I like to be in and out relatively quick. But it's something that I'm definitely going to look at. By and large, you're not going to get moves like you did yesterday, especially overnight. That's... I was just in the right place at the right time for them ones.
Yep. Mr. Y, what is that you're showing me there?
Oh, hi, Mr. White.
Yeah, good morning, by the way. Same gold spot, but different move. The broker made it very hard to trade. Yeah, it's always going to be. You're always going to see reactions at the same areas for the most part because that's how traders trade, right? So, what is a double top, Mr. Y? We can, or a double bottom in this. 1K points, 500 points. Huh. Okay. 100 points. You never know where your entry and exit will be. Slippage. Okay, yeah, but if you're on, it's probably because you're running 4X, right? He's running 4X. There's going to be slippage on that for sure, especially if you're talking about yesterday and how the market was moving during FOMC, because it was moving beautifully. I mean, as far as me and Paul are concerned, but most people are going to say wild and crazy and nothing good. No, it's not like natural slippage. Yeah, I don't know exactly what natural slippage is. It's, oh, they're using it as a trick. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't know what natural slippage is. I don't know what, because I've never traded 4X, Mr. Y. That's something I've never cared to do. So I don't know what it's honestly supposed to look like. I like OCO orders. Yeah, Man of the Woods. They're super nice if you want, if you don't, you know, if you're not choosing a direction. So you just want to let the OCO and then it break out either way. Yeah, for sure. They are great. That's what a lot of people do during news. They'll put an OCO, one at the top, one at the bottom of like a range, and then trade it that way. I'm not suggesting anybody does this. I just know that there are people who do it. What they make a swing low in is 3 seconds and you exit, you don't know where it'll be. Yeah, that's not good. That's why I keep telling you, Mr. White, you're a lot better off to go with futures. You don't have as much of an issue. Like Werner's pointed out, there is a little bit of slippage here and there, but it's very minimal in comparison. Like, it can happen here and there, but it's very, very minimal in comparison to 4X. When you're talking 100 points, that's nothing that would ever happen in futures. That's 2 accounts, phase 1. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Is it flipping that bad? 100 points on Forex?
Yeah. Well, he said 100, 500, 1,000. I mean, that's
day's wage.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, that's huge.
On slippage alone?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just yesterday it made 2,000 points. 2,000 point slippage. That is absolutely crazy. The problem, the companies supporting the other countries are getting minimal. Yeah, Werner. If you're talking about NQ, there's 4 ticks and a point.
Jesus.
So, yeah. So that's a lot. If you're talking about gold, it's 10 ticks and a point. Yeah, Warner, that's exactly true. And Mr. Y is going to have the same problem because he's in a country that people don't like to support either, unfortunately. It's like 2,000 ticks. Okay, 2,000 ticks. Okay. It'd be a little different, but yeah. That's still a lot.
Ticks
like
is
2,000
the same
ticks.
as pips on Forex, isn't it?
Yeah, ticks is supposed to be the same as pips, but everybody argues the fact. We've been through this 100 times, and Werner's pointed out exactly what it is, which is pips and ticks are exactly the same, but for whatever reason, there's guys that like to make their pips times, what do they make it, Werner? I think it's times 1,000 or some crap. They make it look like they've done a lot more than than they actually have. I don't know if it's times 1,000, times 100 something. They try to put that pip up and make it look like they did a lot more. So
because of the decimal value of it.
yes, yep, something to do with some way that they do it. And Braden and Phil's both had issues with it. Phil's being even the worst because he'd talk about how he made 50,000 tick trades. 50,000 pip trades is what he'd talk about, which just, he's like, oh, I made 50,000 pips. And you're like, yeah, right. The market hasn't ran 50,000 pips in, the month. What are you talking about? You made that today. Not possible. I don't remember what it was either, Warner, but either way, I don't know if it was really 50,000, but we could be exaggerating, but either way, it was crazy. A pip and a tick is actually the same. Let me active my...
We're going back down on Nasdaq, right? We're just going up to test 50% of this wick, and then we're going to go down and test 50% of the wick on the 4 hour.
Well, I mean, your range is... You're about to test 50% of the range. The problem is you should... I mean, this... It's tough because that's kind of your bullish signal, the break of this wick on the hour. Or even on the 30 here. The no bottom wick is kind of frustrating, but when you see like this right here, no bottom wick, and then your push, I'd almost be looking for a long up. Not telling you what to do, but I'd be looking for a long up, not, you know what I mean? Not a
Just going to ask you about that reality. See that 1 hour that you were looking at there, and then with that big massive wick down, that's normally a classic LTW entry because we've got the sweep down, and then we've got the no wick. I mean, that there was screaming long. I was sitting in the living room watching this happen, going like, these fucking people get into my house, I get working.
I mean, I would have loved myself for an entry, and you guys already know this. I'd have loved this, but at the same time, all that was a fake out of range to induce shorts in order to go up. We'll probably go up here and break the highs. I mean, the perfect entry on that is, the flip of this. If you've got it, if you don't got it, your entry's right here, the break of this high. Right there would have been your entry to fill this wick. You're expecting now that we tap here for your TP1, and then you expect to break that and run. Hope I mean, you said you weren't trading, so it doesn't matter, Crown. But yeah, I mean, that's what my assumption would be here. I would have loved this to be a wick. Obviously, it's not, so I don't want to confuse anybody. So it would have been hard for me to take the entry, but I would have called this there as a long entry. Not gonna lie to you. Again, I would have loved to seen this wick. That's the only thing that would have made it a perfect entry for me, is seeing this wick. Seeing a wick down here and then a good rejection, something like that. But that's only because that would have gave you an entry at the flip to recover the wick rather than having to long the top of the wick. But yeah, I mean, chances are, and I mean, if you go to the 30, this is your range right here, and you have very small wicks on the top of this candle. So breaking this top wick makes a ton of sense. TP1, if you're trading the 30, let's just say, would be the top of this box. You'd be TP1 at the top of this box, and then hoping for the break and run. You know what I mean? So, or even TP1 somewhere around in this area, only because you had a doji here, little doji candle. So the body of that's not the worst if you're a little concerned. Follow that up.
I'm
Just
plenty concerned at this point. I was looking at this and I'm thinking there's no wick on the 4 hours, there's no wick on the 1 hours, there's a bunch of wicks missing on the 30-minute, and then the daily itself has no wick. I'm like, what does this move up?
Very true, very true. The only thing that I can tell you, number one, is that you just started this. You know what I mean? This 4 hours just began. So she can go up here, break these highs, and still put a bottom wick on. Right? So the 4 hours not really in question per se much, but with that being said, your hour's the same. You can go up here, break these highs, and then come back down. So this position would have played, and now, you know, if you want to get into the flip game, you can take a flip back down after the fact, go down to a lower time frame and try to find a entry that way to go back down. So let's just say we do something like this. Not saying it will, but just click. I don't think so. No. Just say we do something like this, come out, pop this thing, come back down, and now you find an entry to come back down to the wick on this. Just the same, right? Could happen. Not saying that it will. The problem with NQ is it doesn't respect wicks like gold. That's why I prefer gold. The wick game could happen in, you know, the next 4 hour, the next, you know, by the close, we'll come back and get these wicks somewhere over here rather than doing it now to where gold is much more respecting the wicks normally the whole way through. Right. So you will see some shorts come in here though to create this top wick. And then what do we hope for? We hope it blows through those and takes these highs. I mean, that's what you expect at this point. But like I said, you still have plenty of time. We still got 20 minutes. I mean, to put a bottom wick on this 30, we still got an hour to put a bottom wick on the hour. I mean, you got to think about this for a minute. What really are we talking about? You're talking about NQ moving, you know, 200 ticks back down, 239 ticks. That's not much. Not trying to be funny, but it could put this wick on. I still expect this to blow out first. I mean, that's just, if I was a betting man, I'd say this is going to blow out the top first. Can it come back down? Absolutely. But you need to wait for that setup. You can't just take it off this because this was bullish. This is a bullish move all the way around. We expect it up because of how we played this area right here. Makes sense, I hope, right?
Yeah, I'm just, it's funny because now I'm like, well, where's going to be the tippy top at this point? Because that's where my mind is always trying to figure out, like, what is your target?
Well, you don't need a target. What's a target for? Because as this goes, all right, let's just say you were in this position. There's no such thing as a target for me, but that's just me. Okay, say we trade it from here, right? Here's how we would have traded this thing. And I mean, all you that are here all the time get this, but here's how we would have traded it. All right, here's where we would have been, and we would have now pulled up to BE, TP'd one, probably at the red box. If you would have waited for the line like you should have, great. And what are we doing now? We've got our stop 1 tick in profit, and I realize I can't do 1 tick, but just imagine that that's 1 tick, right? Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Am I? This, right? Okay. So we got this red. Now what are we going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to wait until it comes up here and it breaks this top. And then once it breaks this top and makes a push up, then we're going to pull that stop loss up underneath this range a bit. And then once it moves higher, we're going to pull the stop loss up to the next candle. If this candle forms and puts on the top wick, we're going to let it form the next bottom wick. And then when it breaks the highs and starts moving up, then we're going to drag it up again. So let's just say that this candle closes like this. Not saying it's going to, but let's just pretend that we're making the market move here. All right, and say that this candle closes like this. So if we get a candle close like this, we'll take our stop and we'll put it about here. We'll wait for the next candle to open up. Imagine this red to come down. It should hold this area and then it will flip. And what will we do then? You will put your stop loss right here below this wick because there's absolutely no reason that this candle should break its lows. And then the price will move up, you know, do one of these numbers just like it always does. And then the same thing. We'll come back up once the next candle comes in, puts in a bottom, flips, and that bottom wick will be your stop loss again, if that's how you want to manage it. I mean, I know you like to hold on to stuff for a while, so that's why you'd manage it this way. You put it just below this wick and you continue on. There's no such thing as a target. What will happen eventually, you'll get somewhere and it'll come back down. So you'll get something that looks like this. That's how they always look. Or let's just say you get this one. Let's just say this is the next candle, right? For fun, this is your next candle. Where does your stop loss go now? Well, we all know as soon as this candle drives up, our stop loss goes right below it. We go as close as we can, because what do we know is going to happen? This is going to happen. We're going to put on a top wick, and she's going to flip, and she's going to come back down, and that's what this candle's going to look like. And you'll be stopped out, you know, however you manage it in this area somewhere, whether you're within this wick, at the top waiting for the flip, whatever you want to do. And now you're out of the position. So the position ran to here, let's just say, right? And you're out because you waited for the flip. What do we know happens next? Well, now you're going to get this big wick candle that comes down like this. And if you're starting to, give me the wick. If you're starting to try to figure out where your shorts are, this is your areas that you start looking for, you know, your shorts back down to recover this. There's no bottom wicks on these candles, let's just say. Then you're looking for wicks to be filled, you know, just all depends on how the price plays out. That's the whole thing, right? Well, that's how you manage it. You really don't have a target. Nobody, what I mean, in my opinion, you shouldn't take targets, other than your TP1. Your TP1's to get you out of the game, right? As far as targets past that, I think you should always just let your runners run and try to manage it with how the candles build, or manage it on the 800 if you want. I mean, it's just all depends exactly on what your risk is. You like to hold positions longer, so I'd wait for them 30-minute closes just like that and manage it that way and let it move up. I mean, yeah, you could.
It's hard to manage for me when I'm sitting watching it, because the psychology in my head is like, I'm watching and I know she does the crazy spikes. So I'm always thinking, I should run, I should take what I got. No, I shouldn't. I should hold it. And then
it's completely up to you. Like I said, you can run it that way. You can run it off the 30 if you want to hold it longer. Me, myself, I run it off an 800, so I get out early, but I've got 2 minis on it too. So, I mean, it doesn't take much move for me to be, you know, hugely giving back. So I don't want to give a lot back either. I mean, you got to understand, every tick, right, is
$20. What? No.
Yeah.
Or 10.
Well, it's $10. Yeah, every tick's $10 with 2 minis, so it's 5 once you get up there. But I mean, ticks happen quick, so I don't want to give a ton back. So I get out. I'm not unhappy with that. Like, if this moved all the way up here, right? Let's just say, and I got knocked out, right here, for instance. And here's how we wanted it to play, and it played out exactly like I said, but I got knocked out. I don't care, right? It makes no difference to me. You got to understand. I run this. First TP is 180 ticks. You know, my second TP is 291 ticks. Who cares? At that point, it doesn't matter to me. That's plenty. It doesn't. I mean, what are you trying to do? You know what I mean? Each trade doesn't have to be
rich.
Yeah. And you get that way, but you get that way by taking trades and consistently making wins, whether that wins $100 or not. That's how you do it, right? And that's the biggest problem that people have in the trading space, in my opinion. And again, I don't want to you know, tell people that they shouldn't hold trades or whatever else, but a lot of the times that's one of the biggest issues, because you got to understand, it's just like everything else in life. If you're waiting for that, you know, lotto win, it's not going to happen as often. So you got to ask yourself, and when we talked about this yesterday, you know, it goes back to how long you want to hold your trades, how long you want to do things. If you want to hold your trades longer, if you're waiting for that lotto win, what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot, right? More chances than not, you're going to lose a lot more than you win. Mentally, can you deal with that? And if you can, then that's fine. People who have a 20% win rate are still consistently profitable in this game. But can you deal with a 20% win rate? That means 80% of the time you're losing. That's something mentally you can deal with. For me, it's not. I don't prefer to be that guy. Does that mean people can't be consistently profitable and make money doing that? Absolutely not. There's tons of people who do. But you've got to ask yourself that question as well. Can you be the guy that loses 80 trades out of 100? You know, can you be the guy that came to trade this week and you take, 10 trades this week and you only win 2 and 8 of them are losses. And maybe your losses are back to back. Maybe you take 8 losses in a row. Maybe you take 80 losses in a row over the next month. Can you be the person that says, oh, well, that's fine?
Yes. Fuck me, I just scalped the fucking all-time high for that NQ rail. Waited for the shorts to come in like dead. Just got up away, broke the top of it, and that was a nice $25 in just that one little move.
Very nice, very nice.
Jesus.
But that's the whole thing. Can you be that guy? And if you can, that's fine. That's not the game I want to play. That's not the game I ever wanted to play. I don't want to be the guy that loses all the trades and then gets a home run every now and again. The biggest problem with it, not only is the fact that you only get a home run, but you have to then understand when you quit or call what you're doing not right as well. Because if you lose 80% of the time, well, how many losses do you take before you say, well, I think maybe the market has changed and this isn't working for me no more? At what point in time do you see that with a lot of the strategies these guys have,
81%.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way though. Like, how many tens of thousands of dollars do they lose before they pack it in or super consider packing it in? Is it 100,000? Is it 500,000? Is it 5 million? Is it 10 million? At what point do you decide, man, that's tough, right? But that's just my thought on it. Like I said, if you can do the 80-20 thing, if you can do the 90-10 thing, whatever, absolutely great. But that's not something that I want to do or would do. And on top of all of it, I live stream, right? So if I came on here and lost all the time, I'd have a lot more viewers, but I wouldn't feel good about the people who are following me and blowing their accounts every day. I'd feel considerably bad about that and not be happy about sleeping at night and things like that. So for me, it's a little different than for you. You can do something like that, but that's not where I want to be in the trading game. For me, I would rather be winning a large percentage. And the difference with it is as well, if you lose 80% of the time, then your position size has to equate to that. So essentially you have to take, out of 10 trades or out of 100 trades, whatever it is, however you want to calculate it, you have to make sure that 8 losses won't blow your account. 8 losses in a row won't blow your account. And that's where people get real confused about it. So your sizing has to be so little that when you do take that win, you're not winning any more than somebody who uses a large size and wins more. It's the same thing. It equates to the same exact thing. So as far as money goes, how it works is if you have a 90% win rate or an 80% or an 80% loss rate, all that means is your sizing's much more little. So the 20% that you win isn't going to make you any more than the 90% that the other guy's winning. At the end, they're going to equate about the same, right? Because your risk has to add to that. So you're really not making any more money. You're just winning bigger trades. And some people have to have that. They have to have a bigger trade won. That's just how it works for them. But there's no difference in it because you have to risk such a little amount in order to win that big trade that the 90% winner, the 90% win rate, out of all their wins, it's going to add up to the same thing as your 20% big trades won as much, right? So you're not making any more money at the end. You're just holding for bigger trades. And it's all mental. That's all it is. So whatever you mentally can deal with. you'll have many more followers if you have an 80% loss rate. Yes. Yeah, I know. And I don't know why. But you're absolutely right. And that's the thing, Crown. If you are trying to be a YouTube sensation and you want to make your money from YouTube, the 80%'s the way to go. And normally
So
has
you're
to do,
saying all I got to do is take the strategy I currently use anyways, and I can get rich just from having people watch me?
yeah, and sell courses. You definitely want to sell courses.
Top step is on. I was just about to take a long there, and I seen them on a long, so I instantly dropped out. And it worked out. Literally, I literally was about to thought I'll try another wee quick one here, and then I seen these guys. They were up 300. Now they're down to 120, and the price is still coming against them.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm telling you, man, we need to do a stream. We need to do a stream reality. Have these boys running in the background. It'll be wild crack.
It is
You're
crazy though,
mean,
Crown.
Paul.
Not gonna lie, the people who
I'm
lose
not
for
going to
whatever
put my stream
reason.
now because Paul's going to go and subscribe just to go and fade me and laugh in the background. I'm not putting up a stream just because of Paul now.
Yeah, Paul's gonna be fading you. But yeah, I mean, Paul's been pulling all these people up. Crown, I'm not kidding you. And all these people lose and lose and lose and lose and lose, and they've got thousands and thousands of subs, and they've got thousands and thousands of viewers, and they're selling courses, and I'm like, are you for real? But people love it. So I mean, yeah, if you want to be YouTube famous, what you want to do is you want to take hundreds of trades a day, and it doesn't matter if they win. It doesn't matter. People don't care about that. Just as long as you're giving action all day long, they don't care. It just kills me. It just slays me. That's not going to be the way to, be consistently profitable at this game, though, if that's what you're trying to get. And I'm telling you, you'll make way more money being consistently profitable than you'll ever make on YouTube, in my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these guys make, millions and millions of dollars. I know there's a couple out there. Of course, I can't tell you that you'll ever be like that, but I know there's some guys out there. I've seen payouts from unnamed company or one of the top YouTubers on YouTube, and he is getting like $300K a month just from affiliate links. And it kills me because these same people that are blowing all their accounts with him because he can't trade. He can't trade. No lie. People say, I mean, he sells courses and he blows more accounts through this company than you know what's due with. And I know this because I had an insight. And they just keep on giving him accounts and he keeps blowing them. They just keep on giving him because he's bringing in millions to this company, but he gets $300K just off of affiliates. You got to understand, you get 10%, guys. So that shows what he's selling in affiliates. So yeah, this company will do whatever they can. They'll give him whatever they want. And all these big YouTubers are getting these same things. So when they show payouts and they show all this crap, normally it's fake, first off. But number two, you got to understand, if you're sitting here and you're trading all day, every day, and you're getting hundreds of accounts and you can blow whatever you want, eventually you're going to get a payout. I mean, it's just like flipping a coin, guys. I've told you, anytime you enter, you got a 50% chance of winning. It kills me that they lose so much. Like, I don't know how it's possible. You could enter anywhere and you have a 50% chance of winning. People don't understand that. You could just push the freaking button right now. And you have a 50% chance of winning. No lie. You can win as long as your take profit and stop loss are equal. As long as they're equal, you have just as much chance of winning as you do losing. It doesn't matter where the chart is. Everybody thinks there's some magic, to this thing. It doesn't matter. You always have. Warner, I should have known. You really do, though. I realize it don't work for you, but you really do. I don't know. You really do. It's always a 50%. As long as you're not trying to get a bigger take profit, you try it 26 times in a row. Oh, but it just slays me that these guys can lose as much as they do because you really always have a 50% chance of winning.
You have 74 more tries to go,
There
Werner.
you go.
Just
Yeah,
heads
there you
up.
go. Yeah, you need to do it 100 times, he's saying.
Yeah. Remember, that was the rule that we're supposed to follow because there's no other way to get that percentage correct. You need
Yep.
at least 100 a time. No account was blown. Wow. After 26 times in a row?
Wow. Wow.
I mean, are you playing with a micro of a micro?
He is correct though. That's exactly what Landon said. Landon does all this. He does journaling and keeping track of everything and everything else. And he said that as you get more trades, so I guess it's one of those things. But he says as you get more trades, he said 100. Once you get to 100, it'll even itself out. He said if you're doing a lower number, a lot of times it's swayed. So Crown is right in that. Landon said that he did it and he figured out the percentage. I think his strategy is like 60 some percent win rate or something or another. And he said it there was divergences from that until you get to that higher number of trade mark. And as you get higher in the number, then it really is. You get closer to whatever your win rate really is. But
Well,
it is crazy.
the two biggest moves have happened for today already. So,
There's your
Here
no
comes
top
up.
wick. Remember we talked about no top wick? So now you'd be tightening up your stop loss. Right? You'd want to put your stop loss somewhere tight. If you were in this, we blew the top, but you'd want to be tightening up your stop loss somewhere. Do you want to take the flip? Do you want to give it more room? Completely up to you. Do you want to try to chase it as price goes? This is exactly how you'd play it. Why? Because now we expect a bottom wick. I mean, if you wanted to let it breathe, then obviously you can keep it down below this area. But for me, when there's no top wick, I'm starting to think about managing this position pretty tightly because I expect this to go up, put on a top wick, flip, and come back down. To what degree? Well, who knows? It may only come back down and test this and continue on, but it could come down and recover this entire candle, right? So, all depends. But I mean, for me, I'd be tightening up my stop loss. I'd probably have it somewhere around here, maybe even tighter, and I'd be chasing it as the price goes up. Now, will I get knocked out and price go in my direction and continue to run? Maybe. Who cares? I could care less. It's not my trade because this is my rules. And that's part of it. You have to have rules for entry, right? You have to have rules for exit. You have to have these. If you don't have rules for exit and entry, well, what are you ever going to stick to? Why did you enter? Why did you exit? And you have to have rules for this. So for me, these are my rules. So I'm always going to follow my rules. Why? Because you stay consistent that way. That's it. It's got nothing to do with what price does. Nobody cares where it goes afterwards. I mean, I can tell you right now, 24,803 in 2028, this is going to be higher than this. So what? What do I care? You've been alive long enough that you could have bought, Bitcoin at $100, Crown. Man, you missed it.
no,
Who cares?
I'm not.
Yeah, you have.
No.
Yes, you have.
Dude, I am like a spray painted potato. I have not been around for that long.
You have. I'm not going to hear it.
I just
know
showed up
you
on
have.
the news yesterday. You are
Entry is
not
optional.
divulging my age.
It's
I did
compulsory.
not give you
Yes, it is.
permission to go and divulge my age.
No, you
Our
don't have to.
conversations are meant to be
You do-
kept private.
No,
What is
you
the
do not.
matter with you?
I do not have to divulge your age to know that all of us here were alive and could have got $100 Bitcoin. That wasn't that long
Nope.
ago. That's the whole thing. That's the whole issue. And all I'm trying
It's
to get
long
at
for
with
me. I'm
All-
dog ears, man.
all I'm trying to get at is that so there's really no miss. Who cares? I mean, that's the whole thing. So when you get tapped out of this position and it goes up another 600 ticks, who gives a crap? It's going to go up 600 ticks. If you get in short right now, it's going to go down 600 ticks too. I promise you. Who cares? It's always going to do
I
that.
need 600 ticks. Can you tell me where to get in so I can get 600 ticks?
Just push buy or sell.
I didn't know. I need to know which one I'm pushing. Is it buy
Don't
or
matter.
sell?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
Make sure
There's
that you have
$495 on the line right now, depending on which direction I choose. So please,
make sure that you put your position. Make sure you put your position small enough that you can you can do 600 ticks, and that's only a 1% of your account.
Buy or sell. I want to hear buy or sell.
Either. Don't matter.
No.
Yes.
No. Buy or sell.
Yes.
Come on, reality. Buy or sell. Tell me. Which one am I doing?
Yes. You said yes.
Buy?
Oh my gosh. I personally want to buy here. If you're trading in Q, I'd be selling because there was no top wick and we just put the top wick and we're flipping. But that's me. But again, I wouldn't be holding it for 600 ticks regardless, because that's the whole thing. All right. Listen to me for a second. When I tell you that we can't just say here, short 25, 56, 25, right? We can't just do that. A lot of people won't agree with me. I'll tell you, you can't do that. That's the same thing as saying, hey, I'm going to enter right here and I need 600 ticks. The market's only going to give you what the market's going to give you. The people are only going to enter where the people enter. You can only take advantage of the movement because the orders are coming in. You think the market cares about 25, 59, 56, whatever that number was up there? No. You think the market cares about your 600 ticks? No. Doesn't give two shits. Nobody cares. You're here to enter where you're going to have an advantage, an edge in the market, and you're here to exit when that edge is over. It has nothing to do with 600 ticks. Has nothing to do with $1,000. Has nothing to do with 24,860. It has nothing to do with supply, demand. It has nothing to do with that. All we do is use those things as tools to see where the tools enter in the market. That's it. That's absolutely.
Why you gotta be so rude to call me a tool for?
I didn't call you a tool.
That's real douchebaggery shit right there, man.
That's why you
said
here.
I'm using the tools to tell you when those tools are going to enter the market. You just straight up, man.
Not you, though. That's why you're here. So you're not a tool.
Oh, I'm special because I just happened to show up on stream now all of a sudden. But I was once a tool to you. See, I know. I get it. I get it. I see what you're doing.
Oh, my gosh. Paul, help me here.
Come on, Paul. You know you saw that. Don't be biased.
Hey,
Don't be biased. You know you saw that. You heard that.
Let me speak. That's what you were saying, buy or sell, literally about 2 minutes ago. Reality literally told us to go short, and I've just after taking a short. So I don't know what more to tell you. He literally said, I will be looking for a short now. I don't know how people don't hear what this guy is saying. We got up.
He said he was looking for a short. I didn't ask him for that. I asked him straightforward, buy or sell. Well, then he said, I'm looking for something. Then I said, which one? Do I push the button now? And then you just said both. You were interjecting on your part too. So
no, he turned around after that and he said very specifically, I will be looking for a short now. Because we created a wickless candle, wick up, and then a short down. That literally was what he said.
Yep.
You know what? It's all good.
Yes.
I explained it to the entire stream earlier that you and reality have a special language. And I see how it works.
Special language.
I just listen to what he says. That's the only difference. I listen very, very, very closely.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it. And there's that short starting to play out nicely now, but I got out after 30 ticks or whatever it is. But if you're watching it on the 15 especially, and you'll also notice as well to follow up on something that reality says, you can't rely on the wicks as much as you can on gold. So you have to use a little bit of discretion here. Switch to the 800, check the 5, check the 15, check the 30 to see if they've got wicks. And if they've got
I created a brand new candle type that overlays over my regular candles, and they have no wicks on them. So I don't use wicks.
Not a bad idea. No, I like the wicks are very important, but you need to be able to differentiate whenever you're on NQ. You can't just trust them as much. But again, that's only really when you're in the middle of a trade. They're still important for the closing of the big candles, but it doesn't have the importance on the 15 and on the 30 like it does on the gold. It's still relevant, don't get me wrong, but I've jumped out of a lot of trades because it didn't give me the wick that I wanted, only for it to do exactly what I thought it was going to do. So you notice this the more you go along. It's literally just a matter of sitting in front of the chart non-stop, 12 hours a day. You'll notice those small little things, and they're the ones that make you the money. That's the second trade now that I've hopped out. Money ticks too early, but again, like reality says, you never know what's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're better to get out. And I try to explain this, and this is exactly the case. And Paul's doing this now, guys. You are better to get out with a win, go to the next trade, get more confident to get out with the win, go to the next trade, and you'll see that will help hugely, right? Because the more confidence you build with how the price is moving and continue to win, rather than just saying, okay, well, I'm going to wait for 600 ticks and losing all the time. That doesn't build confidence. Unfortunately, mentally, that gets you, right? So you're better to take a bunch of small wins and build confidence until you're taking bigger wins than trying to go for the gusto in the beginning and just losing. I mean, that just, you got to build confidence in this game too, because it is mental. Werner, I'm not trying to put you on blast. You already know Werner isn't confident because he takes a lot of losses. No matter what, he seems to lose, and that kills your confidence, guys. And once your confidence is killed, it's super tough. This game is super hard when your confidence is broke down. And I mean, until he gets wins under his belt and starts winning and starts building his confidence up, it's going to be tough. Mentally, it's going to be tough. And that's going to be the same thing for anybody that is losing. And that's why I say all the time, you'd rather take small wins. You'd rather come in the market, enter, grab yourself a small win, and start building on those small wins, building your confidence up, watching the market move, putting a little bit of money under your belt, a little at a time, and taking it slow, because those mean a lot more than trying to get the big win that never happens. People just don't get it. And I realize everybody loves the whole thing of, okay, I got a 10R trade today, and now you go and you lose 20 trades. Who cares? The 10R trade sounds so beautiful and blew you up and everything was so great, but after those 20 trades, you're thinking about stopping trading. You don't know what you're looking at no more. Nobody knows what's going on. And this is the same thing that happens, and this is a big thing with all the SMC ICT traders out there. It happens all the time. I get DMs from them all the time. Why? Because they've lost so many trades in a row. Because they're waiting for them big 10Rs. It's tough, guys. It's tough to stay in this game when you take loss after loss after loss. Now, maybe some of you can deal with it. If you can, then by all means, shoot for the stars every single trade and take loss after loss after loss after loss. But if mentally you can't deal with that, take your little trades, build your confidence, and build up a little at a time. Build yourself, build your confidence, build mentally. Little wins are still wins. They mean something at the end of the day. One big win is the same as, a whole bunch of little wins. Just saying. But the difference is the confidence side of it. One big win, you're going to take a ton of losses for. Those little wins, you'll take very few losses to build your confidence up. And that's why I try to, get you guys to that point. And then once you start making plenty of wins, you start getting confident. And now the confidence game is, okay, well, I can win. Well, now a loss isn't such a big deal. That's part of it too. Why do you think everybody runs down these rabbit holes of revenge trading? What do you think revenge trading really is? Mentally, what do you think revenge trading really is? Revenge trading is because... What, Paul?
They give me my money back because I was too fucking stupid and they give it away.
Yep. A lot of reason that people revenge trade is for the exact same thing, though. It's because you're not confident. If you know that you can come back to the chart in 5 minutes, you can walk away 5 minutes, 10 minutes, tomorrow, whatever, and get that money right back, there's no reason to revenge trade. You don't care. And what is that? That's confidence again. That's just confidence. The reason that you don't think you can do it is because you've lost so many trades in a row. Because you've lost so much money. Because whatever, right? And that's the whole thing. Yeah. The biggest thing to revenge trading is you got to walk away first. You got to have a loss limit for the day, right? So you lose 2 trades, you lose 4 trades, whatever it is for you. You lose that, you walk away. That's number one. So now you haven't taken as big of a loss, but also you have to have the confidence in your wins. You have to realize that tomorrow you're going to come back and you're going to win. You just took a loss, no big deal. A lot of people don't realize that because they've taken loss after loss after loss after loss. Their wins aren't there. If you won all day yesterday, all day the day before, all week last week, now when you take a loss today, you're like, well, big deal, it's a loss. We're going to come back and we're going to win tomorrow. Nobody cares. You walk away, you go on. You don't revenge trade anymore because you have the confidence that you can come and make that money back. The biggest problem with losing is people just, oh my gosh, I lost. How am I going to get that money back now? Well, you're going to trade it back. What do you mean, how are you going to get it back? Yeah, see, and that's the thing. That's why you got to get to that side of it, Warner. But you're exactly right. I mean, mentally, that's where you're at, and that's the tough part, right? The tough part is having the Did he leave? After all that, he left. Oh. Crown. I know he's still on the stream. Yeah, he better be listening on YouTube. Anyway. But Warner, you know where I'm coming from on stream. Okay, you're still there. I thought you just left out. Taking a call. All right, take your call. Hopefully that resonates with you, Crown. If not, I get it, but hopefully it makes sense. I try to help every day, guys. I try to do the mental side of it too, because that is a big part of this game, and it's just like anything else. And I don't care what you're doing in life. I promise you right now, if you don't have the confidence, you're not going to do well at anything. And that's what people don't get. This game is tough because it beats you down. And somehow you have to roll over, put a smile on your face, and face it again with confidence. And this is the same with anything. If you don't have confidence with, everybody always likes to talk to girls. Talk about girls on the stream, right? If you don't have confidence with girls and dating, well, you're just going to be able to go up to the next girl that you see and try to ask her out? No, it's going to go piss poorly. It's not going to go well at all. That's the same with anything. If you don't have confidence in whatever game or sport you're playing, and you go out and you just try to do it, what's going to happen? You're going to fail. Why are you going to fail? Because you don't have the confidence that you're going to win. So you're not going to go to the links to win. So building confidence is a huge part of this. That's why I try to tell people that I would rather everyone take little bitty wins, because little bitty wins are still wins. Mentally, you're still winning, right? And everybody will start complaining about it. I know, I get it. Everybody complains. Well, I only made a $10 win. Well, who cares? Take that and be happy with it. Continue to make $10 wins, because them $10 wins can turn into whatever you want in the future. But I realize people get that way, but a lot of it's got to do with the persona around trading. Everybody wants to, come out and make millions of dollars right now. It doesn't work that way. And that's the same with everything. Can you make big money? Absolutely. Is it easy to make big money? Absolutely. That's not the hard part. People always forget what the hard part is. The hard part is consistently being profitable. That's the hard part. It's not making tons of money. Tons of money is easy. But you have to be consistently profitable first. Everybody wants to skip that step. They want to go out, they want to push buy or sell and buy their house, buy their Lambo. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not going to work like that. You have to build your confidence. You have to be consistently profitable. Now you compound that. That's easy. That's the easy part. You know, being consistently profitable is the hard part. Once you get there, the sky's the limit. Does it take time? Absolutely. You know, do you have to build your confidence? Absolutely.
I think it's the time thing reality that gets most people.
Yeah.
I don't think people appreciate the fact how long it took you to get to the level that you're at. I mean, people think you just come on, get one account, and that's it. They don't understand the amount of effort that goes behind it, especially whenever you want to scale up. And again, scaling up is pointless unless you have, as you keep repeating to us, the consistency. It doesn't matter whether it's a micro or a mini, unless you are consistent. The scaling part is definitely, that's the easiest part. Getting consistent, but that takes time. I mean, you're not going to get 6 funded accounts running within 6 months if you start trading. You're just not.
Exactly, Paul.
And waiting for it is the hardest part. It really, really is.
Yeah, Warner. Your problem is you take TP, then BE. Stop loss once, then loss. Yep. Then 1 TP again. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, and that's the hump that you're at. It, you know, I'm hoping that the more you know, watch and see how I talk about the market, that gives you a little insight on how it moves. And that should fix that, just understanding kind of how market moves and why, right? Maybe not, but that's hope. And then you can still stick with, you know, your same strategy as you do. But yeah, I know. You can still stick with the same strategy like you do, but have a little more, you know, and I don't know what to say, but maybe confidence behind your entry is not just entering just cause, but entering because the why. You can kind of ask yourself the why and say, okay, why do I expect that this is going to go down before you enter? You know, are there stop losses below? And never tried to change anybody's strategy. I was just having this conversation with Braden the other day, because he's like, I don't want a strategy hop. He's struggling with his strategy, and he's been doing a lot of losing. And he asked me, you know, some questions. I gave him some stuff, and then he's like, well, I don't want a strategy hop. I tried to explain to him, I never told anybody what strategy they should trade. I just want to give you guys an insight on how the market actually moves. Now take that and adapt that to whatever you already understand or are trading, right? That's why I'm not, you know, trying to push an actual strategy itself. I just want you to be able to maybe wrap your head around why the market moves the way it does, so that you can say, okay, well, I've understood now kind of the why. Now my setup for my my strategy is, you know, setting up. There's the entry, and yes, this trade looks good because why is it going to go down? There's stop losses below. I'll enter short here and trade in the stops. And the setup comes and your entry comes, and you're like, well, the stop losses are above. I'm supposed to be trading short here. Maybe this isn't the best position to take. Skip on that one and not take it. And see it, you know, either play out or not. And I realize sometimes it's going to play out. Don't get me wrong. The traders sometimes win, guys. When it does play out, you're going to say, oh, it's stupid reality. I wish I would have took that. He gave me over analysis paralysis, and now I hadn't got involved, and now I missed my trade. But you'll understand that you'll lose less that way, right? And everybody likes to get upset when they missed a trade that they should have entered, but you'll see that you'll take less losses as well. And that, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You want to either win more or lose less, which is the same thing. People don't understand that either. Everybody thinks that you have to win more. Winning more or losing less are both the same. Until you really wrap your head around that, you're going to have a hard time understanding how consistently profitability works. Sometimes losing less is actually the recipe that you need. Now, not everybody, you know, it just depends on you as an individual, but normally that's a lot of what you're missing is actually just taking less losses, you know. It equates to the same thing at the end of the day. You're trying to get your win rate to a position that you can essentially adjust your risk. That's what this is all about. So if you win, you know, 60% of the time right now, then your risk has to equate to that. Now, if you win 70% of the time consistently, right? Not just last week I win 60%, 70% of the time, right? You move that up to now you're winning 70% of the time. Even if it's just you took some losses away, well, now you can put your risk up. Then goes, now you move up to the next bracket and you're winning 80% of the time because you've either found a way to enter more winning trades or you've limited more of your losses. So now you're winning 80% of the time. Well, now you can up your risk some more because you're only going to lose 20% of the time. So you only have to equate for 20% losses rather than the 40. So now you can double your risk. I hope that makes sense, and that's how you start, you know, bringing in those profits. That's the whole thing. It's not about what you make per trade. People just don't see it. And I think that's the hardest thing because they're like, well, I could have made $1,000 on this trade and I only made $300. But even if you could have made $1,000, is the next one going to be the same? Because what you're going to do is you're going to hold the trade for $1,000 next trade, and you're going to go and you're going to hit your stop loss instead when you could have made that 300. That doesn't make any sense. If it's actually consistently $1,000 every single time, then great. Now adjust it. But if you're just seeing a trade run because you see price continue to move, price is always going to move, guys. Always, always, always. The price always moves. Right, what you look at? What's the gold price right now? Okay, gold price. Yeah, 36.76. So to ever believe that gold's not going to be $3,800 would be crazy. So it's going to be $3,800 sometime. So if you've ever taken a long and you didn't hold it to $3,800, you know, dumb on you. I mean, that's crazy, guys. Come on. That's crazy. And we're not going to take the next gold trade long, the next long we get into, and hold it to $3,800. Not what we're going to do. I'll be glad if it goes to 3,800. You know, we take the next one and we get a big freaking pump candle up and we hit 3,800, you know, great. But if the market didn't allow it, then who cares if it ever goes to 3,800? The market didn't allow it for our trade, then, you know what I mean? Who cares? 3,800, we'll be trading that sometime too. You know? I don't know. I think people need to wrap their heads around it just a little bit different. But Crown, are you seeing this short? Did you get your 600 ticks yet?
I grabbed 2 shorts out of that, very small ones, but each flip worked nicely. So that's another couple of ones racked up. Nothing major money-wise, but hey, everyone's a winner.
Yep.
Action's going today.
Exactly. I mean,
beautifully.
Exactly what we were talking about too, guys. Just for instance here, as we're talking about holding your trades too long, what did we say? We said you came in here, you took this trade, and we had this drawn up like this. Anybody that doesn't believe it, go look at the beginning of the stream. What do we say? We said you TP1 here, and you go BE, even the red box that we had on there earlier. So you would have been at BE. And then I said, if you had no top wick, you wanted to put your stop loss up here. This was the reason. You understand? Why would you still be in this long? Your entry here, holding it to, you know, whatever you wanted, say here. Why would you still be holding this? What would have been the reasoning? That's why we said, where was your stop loss? Your stop loss should have been at least here for the flip of that candle, so that you're out. Second contract's out. Why would you have held it all the way down here? Lose all this back. Think about this for a minute. You've lost back now 208 ticks. You know, and maybe this candle goes like this. Let's just say, maybe this candle does this right here. And everybody says, oh, well, reality, you're an idiot. You should have held it the whole way. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. No, I'll be 100% honest with you. If I was in this trade, I don't care if this candle goes like this. I could care less. I still would have been out. Right here. Or me even, probably somewhere in here. Not gonna lie. I could care less if this candle goes all the way up and this thing goes to 27,000. I don't care, guys. Who cares? I'll trade 27,000 too. Why would I have held and lost all this money back? Would I've done it? That's what I try to get you guys to understand. Just food for thought, guys. Like I said, you do you, but I would have rather took the win and went on my way. We always have another place to trade, right?
That's the thing with the Nasdaq. Reality, you beat me to it. For boys like myself that has got a wee bit of the autism and the ADHD, take your shot, get your money, wait for the next one. It's going to come. Yep. That's the thing about the Nasdaq. The one thing I've noticed for the last 6-8 months, you just give it another 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you're going to be guaranteed something. It just depends on how good you are and how risky you are. But yep. Yeah, it's I love the end, you know.
There's no way I hold through that. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You usually close too early, yes. And again, that is what most people will say is the issue that they have, is closing too early. That's going to be your biggest thing. And I'll be honest with you, if that's your problem, as long as you're winning, and I realize you're not there yet, but Werner, if that's really where you're at, to where you're winning, but you're closing too early, that's great. That's a great thing, honestly. And you'll get there, Werner. But that's a great thing. Why? Because that's just confidence. That's just watching the market a little more. I mean, every time you close, it always goes, you know, in your way. If that's really what it's doing always, then you start getting the confidence of holding it just a little longer, watching, you know, maybe your 800 tick, maybe watching your 5-minute candles, maybe watching whatever, and you'll start holding them a little longer. If it's always going in your direction and never would have came back and hit your stop loss, you know, that's one of those things. If it never would have came in and hit your stop loss, then you'll start getting more confident with it. But normally, guys like to take the trade and then come back to the chart. So just say we took a long here, just like we talked about, and now this afternoon, you know, we're trading up here, you know, and what will happen is they'll say, oh, geez, I long that all the way down here, and I got out right here, and now we're all the way up here. Yeah, but what happened in between? You know, that's normally what people are doing. Normally, it's not a thing of you took the long and you got out, and then it just continued to run long straight up. But if that is an issue, again, you start building confidence, and that's not much of an issue anymore, right? But
yeah.
Normally guys do more things like that. They'll come back and they'll say that the price is higher, and they'll say, see, oh my gosh, I could have held it for ever, you know, and that's just that's kind of a fairy tale, you know.
The only thing is, on top of what reality is saying, is right about the confidence thing, because I am now able to hold trades a lot longer, especially on the NQ. Last night I held on for an hour and a half in one trade just because I kept looking to the left. It is all about the market structure and how fast you're breaking through these different structures. And that only comes with just seeing it happen time and time again. So I like to get in and out relatively quick. But like last night, it's quite hard to say it's a gut feeling, but you've seen it happen that often that you've a relatively fair idea that she's going to break these different ranges and levels and do then what reality does, follow it with a tight stop loss. I used the 800 and the two previous candles down. So that's how I would follow for a trade that I was going to hold on to for longer. But you only learn that basically by watching it happen hundreds and hundreds of times.
Yep. And Paul can verify this. And I mean, I'm just talking to him because of what he just said for his stop loss rolls, right? He's talking about he goes below the 2 800 tick candles. Now, what you're going to see with that is sometimes it's going to come back and it's going to stop you, and the price is still going to go, right? It's going to come back. It's going to hit you out. You're going to be out, stopped out in profit, and then the price runs, and you think, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But like last night, it continued to run and run and run, and that's the whole point. All you're doing is giving yourself the opportunity for that to run. If it comes back and it hits you, that doesn't mean that you've done something wrong. That just means that you put those rules in place because you realize that it's a high likeliness that if it goes below those 2 800 tick candles, that it's going to go further, right? Doesn't mean it's always going to happen. It means that there's a high likeliness. So when it comes back and hits you, you just can't be upset and say, man, I got out of the trade way too early. No, you got out of the trade exactly when you should have, because that's your rules for exiting the trade. So you didn't get out too early. The market continued to move. Who cares? It's no big deal. And then when you have nights like last night and it continues to run and it works out perfectly, that's great. And you're giving yourself the chance to do that. Is it always going to run and run perfectly? Obviously not, guys. Obviously not. So you just, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you did something wrong or you didn't do something wrong. At the end of the day, it's just about following your rules. So if that's your exit rules, 2 800 tick candles, then stick to those. And I promise you, you'll be consistently profitable. That's the whole point, right? Yes, we'd love to catch every runner, but the biggest thing is being consistent. It's not really about catching every runner. We're giving ourselves the opportunity to catch every runner we can without giving him any more back than we have to. That's that scale that you're trying to, figure out is don't want to give too much back, but I want to try to get as much as I can. And personally, everybody kind of has to figure out where that is. But once they kind of get that set for themselves and are comfortable with it, now that rule stays in place and you make sure that you follow that rule every single trade. And you'll be profitable that way. Are you going to catch every runner? No. Are a lot of them going to run, tons after you get stopped? Possibly. But you're going to give yourself the opportunity to catch them. And when you catch them, you can be super happy about it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point at the end of the day. Because just risking everything and saying, okay, well, I'm not going to put my stop so close because I want this thing to run, and just putting your stop way off and losing all kinds of money back. A winner, very little. You probably won't catch the runners any more than Paul catches the runners. But yet you're going to lose a lot more. You know what I mean? You're going to lose a lot more every time you take the loss. So why? And so what Paul's doing with the 2 800 tick candles is limiting his losses. And that's exactly what we're here to do. Limit our losses and give ourselves an opportunity. That's why I don't believe in take profit 2. Right? If you got, I'll say full take profit. I won't say take profit 2. It's hard to say that, but I don't believe in full take profit anywhere. I think that you should always let it have that opportunity to run. Me, myself, I believe in that. because you never know what could be, right? As long as you follow your exit rules and don't give so much back, you always give that opportunity for the runner to run, just like it did last night for Paul. And you're comfortable letting it run because you're following your rule set. I always think you should do that rather than taking a full take profit. You know, Crown asked on you know, earlier, well, where's your, I mean, he didn't say take profit. I think he's, what you're actually trading to. Well, I don't have that, right? Like, he was talking about your final take profit. I forget what he said. Your target, I believe, is what he said. But either way, I don't have a target. Like, there isn't a target because I'm just going to let it run and let it do what it does. I don't have a target. Now, if you want to have a target, that's fine. I'm not a big fan of targets. So I'm going to take whatever the market gives me. I don't want a target for nothing. What if my target, I mean, and it's funny because people love hitting their target and that'll never be an issue. So their targets, you know, we'll just put a target here. Their target's 24.80 or 24.841.50. Their target's that. And when they come up there and they hit that, that's the funny thing. When they come up there, they hit full target and she goes, nobody ever says anything about that. They say, oh, full target was hit. 5R. But the price continued to go. Nobody says a word about that. Never do they say it went for another 10R. Nobody ever talks about that because their full target was hit. Trade happened exactly how they planned it.
Yeah.
Which just kills me because then it's never an issue. It's never an issue that it ran. Either way, just how you wrap your head around it, guys.
Yeah, it's just a confidence thing. It really is. Sitting here for hours, thousands of hours at a time, you do start to see what you are talking about. And one thing is seeing it, another thing is being able to enact on it, and then being able to, like we are just after talking about, controlling your emotions, staying in the trade, and all of that comes from the confidence. The reason that I chose the 2 800 candlesticks is that I've noticed that would normally correlate to an area of support or resistance. So that's the reason that I would use the two candles, because it gives me that little bit of breathing space back to the previous either fair value gap or whatever range it may be. I just happen to notice that's the way they just kind of work. So that's why I choose to come back down 2 candles, just to give that little bit of extra room. It means you're giving back a little bit extra, but it also means you make a little bit extra. So
exactly.
You just have to decide what suits you.
Exactly what you feel comfortable with, guys. What you don't mind giving back in order to gain. And I mean, that's very personal to each person. But once you get that set, you know, these are all the things that build consistency. Your entry, you know, your setup's always the same. Exactly what your setup is, whatever setup you have to look at for your entry. Now you've got your entry. Your entry rules are the same. And now you've got your exit. Your exit rules are the same. And now you just consistently use those every single trade and don't move from them. Make sure you keep them. Don't move stop losses because, you know, you're concerned about this or concerned about that. And that's all confidence. And there's a lot of people that, you know, they'll move their stop loss in close because they're worried that the trade's going to go against them. Comes down, hits their stop loss, and then the trade goes in their favor. Then they said, "Oh, well, I shouldn't have did that." Well, I mean, that's all the rule. You just got to understand that when you enter that position, your risk, you understand what it is, right? You know what you're going to hit for your stop loss, and you have to be comfortable with that. You don't want to risk too much either. I mean, that's a lot of people have that problem. They risk too much, then when they take one loss, well, it's like the end of the day. And I mean, you don't want to be there either. You want to be comfortable with whatever you risk, because obviously every trade you enter, guys, you could lose. You know, I'm going to go back to poker because the wife keeps telling me, explain everything how you feel about poker because it makes more sense to them as traders. And it's true. If I have aces, right, and I go all in because I'm going to risk my entire stack on the best hand, and I lose, am I pissed? Absolutely. But will you risk it on aces next time? Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's the best hand. How can you not? And you have to understand that. And again, you're not... Poker's a little different when it comes to this. People think, well, all in, you're full porting. No. All in is just the stack you have in front of you. You're supposed to make sure that you have 100 buy-ins if you're talking about a bankroll perspective. So you're talking 1% is what your buy-in is. So whatever you bought into that table for, no matter what's sitting in front of you, let's say that you had 100 big blinds sitting in front of you when you bought in, and you've made like 50 big blinds. So now you've got 150 big blinds on this particular hand. You're still only risking 1% of your bankroll because you bought in for 100 big blinds. You see what I'm saying? So, and you should have 100 buy-ins, you know, to stay comfortable. So it's still bankroll management, just the same. It's not full porting. It's just a percentage of your bankroll. But yeah, but you're going to risk that, you know, because the cards that are in your hand. Does that mean you win? No. I've got the video of having pocket aces that got cracked by pocket nines. This guy got quad nines when it was all said and done. I ended up getting everybody all in, and we were four-handed. I mean, it was the ultimate beautiful scenario for pocket aces. I had pocket aces. The guy sitting beside me had pocket kings. The other guy, I don't know, it was something dumb. I don't know if you remember, Paul, but it was like 6'4" or something. I don't know what he had. I don't know what one of the guys had. It had made no sense why they went all in, but they did. And then the guy had pocket nines, and we all got killed. He ended up getting 2 nines on the flop, you know, throughout the whole entire board. I don't remember if it came on the flop, but he ended up with quad nines when it was all said and done, and we all lost, right? That's unheard of scenario. First, for somebody to have quad nines is very, very unheard of. You know, it happens, but it's very unlikely. But also for, you know, 4 ways to be all in when you have pocket aces. Normally you get no action. You raise, everyone folds, you get the blinds, and you go on your way. So you want to get action with pocket aces, but most times you don't ever get it. To have 4-way action on pocket aces was like the dream scenario. To just get crushed because pocket nines get you anyway. So these are the things, guys.
Yep, it's called life.
Yep.
Probabilities.
Yep, it's all probability. I mean, that's all we're doing here too. That I think most people get confused when I go in with pocket aces, and I'll say things like this, and the wife will say, "Well, what do you say in trading?" You know, and I have to think about trading, and then I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. I'll go in with pocket. Well, I should have won. I went in pocket aces, so I should have won because that was the best hand. I should have won." She says, "Do you ever think that you should have won when it comes to trading?" Well, no, it's just probability. I'm just entering because this is where we expect price to go, and the probability is that it's going to do that. And if it doesn't, you know, I take the stop and I go on. Well, poker's the same. Dang it, why'd you do that to me again? Every time I'm like, you're right. Pocket aces doesn't have to win, does it? Gosh dang it. Any card can come on the board. I hate that. I hate it when she says stuff like that, but it's true. Pocket aces, I just think pocket aces should win. She says, well, how do you think all the traders think when they try to take a position? They just think it's supposed to win. Well, I entered, so I'm just supposed to win. It's only probabilities, guys. You're not supposed to, I mean, I'm not saying you're not supposed to win. What it is at the end of the day is you've found an edge, right? And that's the same thing with everything. You've found an edge in this game. So you've leaned probability your way, but that's not a guaranteed win. So always realize that every trade you get involved in obviously can be a losing trade, right? And that's just how it works. So you get involved, you lose, big deal. You go on to the next one. If your edge, you know, probability is in your favor, then over the next, like we just talked about earlier, 100 trades, you know, you're going to win whatever percentage of that your win rate is. If you've got a 60% win rate, you're going to win 60 trades over the next 100. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And you can risk as you will. Why do we not go all in with 6-7 offsuit, but we do go all in with aces because your probability of winning is much higher. So you can risk more pocket aces than you can on 6-7 suited. See what I'm saying? And that's why you're looking for those great opportunities in the market to put your win rate up, because the more you put your win rate up, the more you can risk per trade, which equates to making more profit as well and losing less, right? That's what you're trying to accomplish here. All right, Werner, have a good one. I'm about to shut down. I'm going to shut down anyway, so have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Cheers, Warner.
Yeah.
NQ's just about to break its all-time high. I had my little range drawn up, but I was listening away to you there. I didn't take the trade, but this is looking good for later on this afternoon.
Yep.
It's been fucking fantastic.
Well, you know, the top step long, so they just had to come up, knock all those longs out, and then go long anyway. They probably started shorting down at the bottom there.
Holy shit, Top Step's making money. I forgot all about those motherfuckers.
Oh, they're making money now?
They're in a long. Okay, get ready for a short, guys.
Yeah.
They're actually in the long.
Oh my
And they're
jeez.
up 600. They're actually up $600. This has got to be a new
They
one.
must have got back long then, because they had to have gotten stopped out of their first long. With that big candle that
don't know
came
why
down,
that-
I would assume.
Wasn't paying any attention to them. Just never
Yeah.
even mentioned the words. Top Step. I had to jump over there now to see.
Should break and go up here, honestly, but yeah. All right, guys. Has anybody got any questions? Anything?
All good, my man. Thank you very much. Probably I must have started this stream, but we'll catch you for the algo.
That'll work. Have a great rest of your day. All you guys that show up for the algo, I will be in the live trading chat for that. For everybody else, I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, guys, stay consistent out there.
Cheers, man.
Let's begin. Y'all move pieces random, I calculate precise. While you chase quick profits, I'm strategizing twice. 10 steps ahead, your basic moves I can predict. This ain't no simple game, my method's scientific. Rapid calculations, market oscillations. You stuck on one move plans, I'm seeing combinations. Bank account elevation through smart navigation. While y'all keep hesitating, I'm accumulating. Checkmate, don't hate, this ain't debate. You move too late, I already sealed your fate. My mind's a supercomputer processing gains, while y'all still confused by simple price change. Learn, trade, win, that's the mission. Learn, trade, win, no competition. Learn, trade, win, stay committed. Learn, trade, win, get it. Pawns advance strategic, every move methodic. While y'all play checkers, I'm out here encyclopedic. Quick with the statistics, flowing algorithmic. Brain automatic, profit systematic. Fuck what you heard about fast cash and luck. I studied patterns till my vision got stuck. Now every chart I see reveals the truth. Market manipulation can't shake my groove. Queen takes bishop but controls the field. Knowledge is power, that's my strongest shield. Call me grandmaster of this trading floor, while y'all still learning what the game is for. Patience in motion, strategic devotion. Watch and learn, feel the burn. Learn, trade, win. Accelerate the pace, leave no trace. Your simple strategies I'll straight replace with complex calculations, market domination, pure dedication, no hesitation. Been in the lab while y'all been sleeping, studied the craft while y'all been creeping. Now watch me demonstrate perpetual check while your account balance hits the deck. Learn, trade, win, that's the mission. Learn, trade, win, competition. Learn, trade, win, stay committed. Learn, trade, win, that's the system. Checkmate, game over. Level up, game over. charts into what I earn. Started from the bottom with a phone in my hand. Everybody laughed when I said I had a plan. Small account vibes, but my mindset was grand. Now them same folks wanna know where I stand. Been up since 5, studying every line. While they waste time, I'm reading every sign. First few trades hit me like a brick wall, but I ain't give up, now I learn from every fall. You're wasting time, that's what my daddy said. Get a real job, man, that messed with my head. But I kept pushing, kept my focus tight. Now my account growing, future looking bright. Hey, learn, trade, win, that's my daily grind. Been patient with it, now it's my time. My time. They sleep on me now, but they gonna learn. Learn, baby. Watch me turn these charts into what I earn. Learn, trade, win, that's the only way. Learn, trade, win, getting better every day. Red candles had me doubting everything. Green days came slow like a broken wing. But I studied hard, yeah, I paid my dues. Now I'm teaching others how to read the clues. Remember crying when I blew my first stack, but that loss taught me how to bounce back. Now I'm in my zone, reading every trend. Making moves that got my whole crew fed. You thought I was crazy, glued to these screens. Now look who's winning, living out these dreams. This ain't luck, baby, this is pure skill. Years of grinding up this market hill. They said I couldn't make it, but I did. Said I should quit trading, never did. Now look who's calculating, all day. While they stay hating. Hey. Learn, trade, win, that's my daily grind. Been patient with it, now it's my time. They sleep on me now, but they gonna learn. Watch me turn these charts into what I earn. Learn, trade, win, that's the only way. Learn, trade, win, getting better every day. Learn, trade, win, that's my daily grind. Been patient with it, now it's my time. Yeah. Watch and learn. I stay quiet while they loud. Keep it cool in the crowd. Watching charts day and night. Taking notes, got my lane. They wonder how I made it, but I know what it takes. Keep studying the patterns while everybody breaks. Silent moves make loud money. Silent moves make loud money. Keep it cool, stay focused, honey. Silent moves make loud money. Lost it all back in May. Learned my rules, found my way. No emotions when I trade. Calculate every play, check the trends, read the signs, take my time. They wonder how I made it, but I know what it takes. Keep studying the patterns while everybody breaks. Silent moves make loud money. Silent moves make loud money. Keep it cool, stay focused, honey. Silent moves make loud money. Loud money. Loud money. Loud money. Loud money. Started from zero, now I'm up. Studied the game, built it up. Losses taught me what I know. Now I move smart, watch it grow in my zone. Trust on screen, everything moving clean. No distractions, clear mind. Perfect timing by design. Silent moves make loud money. Silent moves make loud money. Keep it cool, stay focused, honey. Silent money. Yeah. Watch and learn. Silent moves. That's how we do it.
Fuck that weak shit. I stay focused while they all quit. Let's go. All day I grind, screen in my face. Numbers align, set my own pace. Fuck what they say, I got my way. Most walk away, but I'm gon' stay. Quick with the clicks, mindful of tricks. Ain't no look shit, pure analytics. Watch how I move, cold and precise. Ready to prove, bid it their price. Way to strike, do it right. Learn the game, stack the game. Patient hunt, front to front. This my time, watch me climb. Fuck all the noise, clear out my head. Make the right choice, stack up this bread. Quick on the draw, but timing is key. Study the law of supply, yeah. D charts tell the truth, data don't lie. Here's the proof, watch profits fly. Discipline tight, mind in the zone, do this shit right. I'm on thrive.
Down, take a breath, every L just shows the test. Build it up, break it down, analyze without the stress. Then
back in attack, flow like a pro, stay on the track, watch numbers grow, cut through the shit, trust what I know, win bit by bit, put on a show, every move planned, nothing by chance, take my stance, seize my advance, quick with the wits, sharp as a blade, making hits, getting paid, bring. Charts on my screen, mind in the zone. Studying patterns while I'm all alone. Fuck all the bullshit, this ain't no game. When I hit that trade, watch the profit rain. Learn, trade, win, that's the fucking way. Stack them profits every single day. Learn, trade, win, ain't no time to waste. Discord familiar, got my back, we stay great. Quick with the clicks, analysis tight. Market's moving, but I time it right. See that signal, I don't hesitate. Years of losses taught me how to navigate. Finger on the trigger, heart beating fast. Each trade I take, built from lessons past. Fucking with precision, watch how I flow. Red to green, baby, that's how we go. Charts telling stories, I read them clear. While amateurs panic, I persevere. Learn, trade, win, that's the fucking way. Stack them profits every single day. Learn, trade, win, ain't no time to waste. Discord familiar, got my back, we stay great. Community strong, we share what we know. Each trade we take helps the other one grow. Fuck the FOMO, we stay calculated. Patient assassins, highly rated. Break down resistance, support won't bend. Technical masteries where we transcend. Keep it controlled, no emotional trades. That's how the real fucking money gets made. Discord buzzing, knowledge flowing free. Real-time updates from LTW family. Chart patterns forming, we spot them quick. Experience taught us which ones to pick.
slow it down, let me tell you something clear. Every loss I took brought me right here. Built my strategy through blood and tears. Now I execute without any fears.
Learn, you got my back, we stay great. Time to accelerate, watch how I close each trade I take, peeling verbose. Rapid execution, precision sharp, like a fucking sniper in the dark. No hesitation when I see the sign. Years of practice got my skills refined. Community backing every move I make. That's why this shit isn't cards till they knew my name.
This ain't luck, this is pure damn skill. Watch how we fucking climb up this hill. Learn trade, motherfucking win. That's the mindset that we're always in. Discord army, we don't ever quit. Making history with every hit.